Hey everyone, Thanoid is coming gaming here. I'm bringing you a new video I using in video to make this, cause I am lazy, but anyways, let's just talk about this thing because fuck it. Today we're diving into the mystery of Pokémon Z. Remember Pokémon X and Y? They were huge. These games launched the 6th generation of Pokémon back in 2013. It was a big deal for Pokémon fans. For the first time we got to explore the Pokémon world in full 3D. Remember how amazing that was? X and Y took us to the Kalos region, a beautiful place inspired by France. We met new Pokémon, new friends, and even a new type fairy. It was a whole new level of awesome for Pokémon. X and Y really shook things up. They set the stage for what Pokémon could be. Little did we know a mystery was brewing, a mystery surrounding a certain legendary Pokémon. Pokémon X and Y didn't just bring us a new region and new Pokémon, they introduced some groundbreaking features that changed the game forever. One of the biggest changes was the move to 3D graphics. This made the Pokémon world feel more alive than ever before. Remember running through those fields and seeing the Pokémon move in 3D? It was mind-blowing, but that wasn't all. X and Y also gave us Mega Evolution. This awesome new mechanic let certain Pokémon transform mid-battle, gaining incredible power boosts and new forms. Remember the first time you saw Mega Charizard X, or Mega Lucario? It was epic. Mega Evolution added a whole new layer of strategy to battles. These new features made the 6th generation one of the most memorable. But there was one thing missing, one thing that had fans scratching their heads. Every Pokémon generation has its legendary trio. In Generation 6 we met Xerneas and Yveltal, the mascots of Pokémon X and Y. But there was a third legendary Pokémon lurking in the shadows, Zygarde. Zygarde is a mysterious Pokémon with a unique design. It's a dragon ground type that resembles a serpent or a dragon. Zygarde is all about balance and order. It protects the ecosystem from threats. Pretty cool, right? But here's the thing, Zygarde never got its own game. Xerneas and Yveltal were the stars of X and Y. Zygarde was kind of pushed to the side. Fans were expecting a Pokémon Z to complete the trio, but it never came. What happened? The absence of Pokémon Z left a gaping hole in the 6th generation. Fans were hyped for a game centered around Zygarde. We imagined epic battles and a story that would unravel Zygarde's secrets, but it never happened. Some fans believed that Game Freak, the developers of Pokémon, had plans for Pokémon Z, but for some reason, those plans were scrapped. Maybe they decided to go in a different direction, or maybe something happened during development that forced them to change course. Whatever the reason, the lack of Pokémon Z is one of the biggest mysteries in Pokémon history. It's a mystery that continues to baffle fans to this day. But what if I told you that Pokémon Z might have existed in a different form? Section 5. Was Pokémon Z hiding in plain sight? Here's where things get interesting. Some fans believe that Pokémon Sun and Moon, the next games in the series, were originally planned as Pokémon Z. Hear me out, there's actually some evidence to support this theory. First of all, Zygarde plays a much bigger role in Sun and Moon. It gets 2 new forms, 10% form and complete form. These forms are incredibly powerful and showcase Zygarde's true potential. It's almost as if Game Freak was trying to make up for not giving Zygarde its own game. But there's more. Data miners, those clever folks who dig through game code, have found evidence of unused content in Sun and Moon. This content includes models, animations, and even music that seems to be related to Zygarde and its lore. It's like they started working on Pokémon Z, then changed it to Sun and Moon halfway through. And then, there are the Z moves. These super powerful moves were introduced in Sun and Moon. They can only be used once per battle, but they pack a serious punch. Some fans believe that Z moves were originally intended for Pokémon Z, and that they were somehow tied to Zygarde's power. It's all speculation, of course, but the evidence is compelling. Could it be that Pokémon Z was hiding in plain sight all along? Section 6, Sun and Moon, A New Direction. Whether or not Sun and Moon were originally planned as Pokémon Z, they ended up being fantastic games in their own right. They took us to the tropical Alola region, introduced us to a whole new cast of characters, and gave us even more awesome Pokémon to catch. Personally, I loved the Alola region. It was so vibrant and full of life, and the new Pokémon were some of the most creative and memorable in the series. Who could forget the adorable Rowlet, the cool Litten, or the goofy Poplio? Sun and Moon also introduced some interesting new mechanics like regional variants and Z moves. They shook things up and kept the gameplay fresh. Overall, I think Sun and Moon were a great addition to the Pokémon series. Section 7, Pokémon Today and Beyond. Fast forward to today and Pokémon is still going strong. We're now in the 9th generation with Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. These games brought us to the Paldea region, a vast open world inspired by Spain. We got to ride around on legendary Pokémon, explore at our own pace, and catch even more amazing creatures. And just recently, we got the Indigo Disc DLC for Scarlet and Violet. This DLC takes us to a whole new area and introduces even more story content, new characters, and of course, new Pokémon. It's an exciting time to be a Pokémon fan. But through all of this, the mystery of Pokémon Z still lingers. Will we ever get a true Generation 6 third version? Or will Zygarde forever be the forgotten legendary? Section 8, The Future of Pokémon Z. Only time will tell if we'll ever see a proper Pokémon Z release. Maybe Game Freak has something up their sleeve. Maybe they're just waiting for the right moment to unleash Zygarde's full potential. Or maybe, just maybe, Pokémon Z is destined to remain a legend. But even if Pokémon Z never sees the light of day, its legacy lives on. It reminds us that even in a series as beloved as Pokémon, there are still mysteries to be solved and stories to be told. And who knows, maybe someday we'll finally get the answers we've been waiting for. Until then, keep catching them all. Pause 2S. Scene 9. The unveiling of Pokémon Legends ZA. Pokémon Legends. ZA is a 2025 video game developed by Game Freak and published by Nintendo and the Pokémon Company for the Nintendo Switch. It is part of the 9th generation of Pokémon video games. The game is set in Lumio City, where an urban redevelopment plan is underway. Pause 2S. This new chapter takes us deeper into the heart of Kalos, unveiling hidden secrets and long-forgotten lore. Players will navigate the bustling streets of Lumio City, now a dynamic blend of old-world charm and futuristic innovation. The urban redevelopment plan isn't just a backdrop, it's a living, breathing part of the adventure, influencing everything from the storyline to the Pokémon you encounter. Pause 1S. With Zygarde at the core of its narrative, Pokémon Legends ZA promises to deliver the answers fans have been yearning for. What role does Zygarde play in the grand tapestry of Pokémon lore? How will the urban transformation of Lumio City affect its citizens and the Pokémon that inhabit it? Pause 2S. This game isn't just about battling and catching Pokémon, it's about exploring a vibrant world, solving intricate puzzles, and uncovering the mysteries that have eluded us for so long. It's a testament to the enduring legacy of Pokémon Z, proving that its story is far from over. Pause 2S. As we look forward to the release of Pokémon Legends ZA, one thing is certain. The future of Pokémon is as exciting and unpredictable as ever. So trainers, get ready to embark on a new journey, filled with wonder, discovery, and the timeless spirit of adventure. Pause 2S. Until then, keep your Pokeballs ready and your spirit of exploration alive. The world of Pokémon awaits you. I can't believe we're getting both Pokémon Z and GTA 6 in the same year, yo dog, that is kinda wild.